Hello and welcome to Star Citizen. My name is Evenlease, and today on 10 Minutes or Less, I'm going to attempt to review the C2 Hercules behind me. Let's go ahead and get into it. Taking a look at the outside of this ship, you do have your typical Crusader design. This ship, though, has a lot more entrances and exits than any other Crusader platform at this time. The C1 series only has one entrance. The Ares fighters only has, of course, the cockpit because it's a fighter. And then the MSR has only one entrance at the rear. This one has three entrances, the front ramp, rear ramp, and also a elevator that comes out of the middle of the ship. It's got a great design. I mean, it's very airliner, in my opinion, on the front. It almost reminds me of something you'd see today's world. There is some combat damage on my ship that I tried to repair, and I couldn't get it repaired, so, but otherwise it's working perfectly. As you can see, weapon-wise on the outside, first and foremost, I'm going to put the stats on the screen as I talk about the weapons. You have two size 4 M6A laser cannons at the top there that are pilot controlled. And then you also have a bottom turret and a top turret on the rear. You can see one of them kind of at the belly right now. And those are also size 4 M6A turrets, or guns. So there's two on each one, the top rear and bottom rear. This ship is the cargo variant of any Hercules class ship that you can get. So it carries 696 SCU. That is amazing for it being interior cargo, first of all, and then in competition with most cargo ships, you are going to out carry 99% of the market right now. The only thing that out carries you really is the Hull C, and that is a big ship, and it's all exterior cargo, so it's a real risk. Let's go ahead and hop into the inside of this ship, and I'm going to show you what I actually have on it right now while we take a look, as it can carry very big vehicles. Like the biggest vehicles in the game right now you can carry, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look. As we walk up the ramp of the C2 Hercules here on the front, you're going to see this cargo hold is huge. I actually have a Storm anti-air variant here parked horribly. But yeah, this thing can fit multiple sized vehicles as well as cargo, or you can just fill this thing with cargo to the brim. It's astonishing. The outside, I mean, some people love the exterior, some people don't, but personally I think it looks good. It has a bit of a, when you land it, you got to be careful because it will dip down on the nose, so that part's a little annoying, but otherwise it's really cool just what you can fit in this ship. Continuing on with the inside of the cargo area here, there is not much else to this. You have door panels on each side to control the doors, as well as the ladder here and the elevator. And I will say, currently, this ship is probably the most frustrating experience for me. Whenever the servers are at all giving you trouble, you're going to have the most bugs. Typically, like that right there, that's perfect. It opened when I called it. And let's go up to the top deck, take a look. But I fought for about 2 or 3 minutes just to get down here before starting this review, just because the elevator door wouldn't open, and then I'd try to use the ladder, and my guy would just keep going on and off the ladder. And it was really, really frustrating. I don't know if it was server side or if this just has some bugs right now, but you'll probably run into that. And with it being your only access to the cockpit, it kind of makes it an experience that can be life or death, honestly, in this game if you can't even get out of this floor, right? So taking a look at this floor, this is the second floor, and there's only 2 floors. You got the cargo room, and then you got this room. You got your main spine here that runs down the center of the ship to your engines back there, the power generators. On the right here, you do have a rec room for your crew, including a massive TV, a nice couch, some books. If you're carrying some baggage, you got all the storage you need. And then if you move on forward, more to the rear of this area, whatever, you also have some areas for all your fishing tackle boxes and some gear That's what it looks like, at least. I'll just tell you that much. And then you have a pretty sizable kitchen here. I can't gain access because I lost the key, but you got some watermelon, you got some sodas and beers, and oh yeah, got a nice kitchen. Got all the coffee makers that you need and fridges, and then you got the really nice sitting area here. No windows. We don't like windows. Here at Crusader Industries, we hate anything to do with seeing the outside world. Moving back to the main deck here, we're going to go ahead and check out the engine area of the ship. There are access to the components. Right now the button panels, as always, are a little bit glitchy and bugged, so you can open it, but more than likely you won't be able to close it. But yeah, you do have access here. As you can see, I tried clicking it and nothing. The door panel buttons need some work. I know this was giving me an issue on another ship in one of my reviews. I think it was the whole A, actually, yeah. But yeah, you click it and just nothing. But you do have component access. And then you have this big, beautiful power generator right here that will power your engines and looks fantastic. No access component area here. Don't know what would be there typically, but you can't access it. So moving on to the other side, though, you do have more component access here. You have some here. I already opened it up, kind of taking a look. Don't have any access here, but you do have access over here. The components in the ship are huge. I honestly do not know how you'd pull that out, and maybe it would fit through the elevator door, but it's going to be a struggle getting it over there. You'd have to walk all the way around and try to see if you can fit it in there. Over here you do have the habitation area for your crew. This ship is a 1 to 2 crew ship, so that's all you're going to have. You're going to have 2 desks, sizable TVs, you're going to have 2 beds, and you're going to have 2 restrooms. I already opened up one. Fantastic. You know, you got a... let me see, let me press open here. Okay, so they stole my toilet, but I do have a mirror, so that's good. My guy decided he just wanted to crouch down a little bit, you know. You got a shower, and you got a, nice floor system here. So once again, can't close these doors. Tried earlier, won't let me, so it's going to leave them open. You got some nice storage as well in this ship for the internal storage. Got a little sticky note over there, but your internal storage is also going to be here. So if I was to press one of these, like such, or actually no, this would be your your armor area. So no internal storage right here, but this is where you'd put your armor. Moving forward, let's go ahead and get to the front of the ship. We'll look at a lot more access points throughout the rest of the ship. It's a fantastic looking ship. It's got your typical Crusader design. It's very clean, very nice. And then you got some light controls here, so you can control the lighting within the deck here. So I'll actually do it really quick. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to go to the auxiliary. There we go. So that's the auxiliary lighting, and then if you were to go to emergency, you'd have all the red lights and everything. Looks pretty neat. This is what would happen if you're getting attacked. That's what will happen when you're taking a lot of severe damage. Continuing forward here, you do have more access to... Let's open up these doors. Components. Big components. Got to love how massive these components are compared to the doorway. It's going to be fun getting it out. Probably not impossible, but still tons of fun. Continuing on, you got your typical Crusader hallway. It's just one long shot to the pilot seat. More components. Wow, that is one heck of a shield generator. More components over there. And then over here you do have weapons racks. I'm going to go ahead and open up this one here because I believe I actually have a weapon already stored. Or 2 weapons. 4 weapons. Perfect. I was there for my last bunker run. Over here you got what looks like escape pods. You got one here, one there. These look like armor or suit storage. So that's nice. And then over here, moving on, let's go ahead and take a look here. This just looks like more components, maybe like a battery area or something. I'm not too sure. Got it on both sides. And then over here you got what looks like an engineering terminal, so this is probably going to control a lot of what your damage is. And then you got yourself a little hidden area here. You could probably place a nice little gun there, keep yourself safe, right? So this is your cockpit, pilot seat, co-pilot seat. Co-pilot seat controls both top and bottom turrets on the back of the ship, so that's where you would do that from. I'm going to go ahead and hop into the pilot seat here and let the system run me to the front here. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, let's turn this thing on.
Engines on.
She's big. She's got 128 decoys, 104 noise, 104 noise. You got a ton of countermeasures on this thing. It's supposed to be a hot drop ship, so I mean, if you're not running cargo, you're going to be running military machinery or other type things into a combat zone. It doesn't have to be combat oriented, but this is kind of what Crusader, you know, made it seem like what it is. I'm trying to find my exterior control here. I want to close up some of these doors. Once you're in the air, you'll see that this ship flies actually really well. In atmosphere, it's pretty fast, honestly. Like on the surface of Daymar here, I mean, as you can see, I put my cruise control up, and on the left side here, it is just climbing and climbing. I mean, you can move, man, with this ship. It's awesome. So that's a plus. I wouldn't try turning, though, because if you turn, you're probably going to just fall right into the planet. But yeah, drop that back down to safe SCM speed. And then you have the M6As, like I said earlier. They have quite the capacitors on them, so you can just kind of shoot and shoot and shoot, which is nice. You don't have any sort of ordnance on this, so no rockets. Otherwise, this is the C2 Hercules, which is fantastic at carrying tons of cargo and massive vehicles. Otherwise, this ship has the most annoying interior as you're flying. I swear, right now I'm just listening to that loud humming. I think that's a bug. I don't think it's supposed to be that loud. I hope not, because it is very, very loud. Outside of the server issue bugs and the bugs with the doors and the elevators and stuff, it's not a bad ship at all. I say for what it's built for, which is cargo and carrying heavy machinery, it's absolutely a 10 out of 10, right? But if I were to throw the bugs into the mix and the annoyance of flying this thing, as well as the terrible spool time, by the way, on this ship, it has the worst quantum drive when it comes to spool time. That takes forever. I'd say outside of that, it has a fantastic living area, has great beds and everything, and storage. I'd say this ship is a solid 9 out of 10. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, more or less, because it does everything amazingly, and it's a fantastic ship. But coming stock, and this is how I review the vehicle stock, its quantum drive takes for freaking ever. It's annoying on the interior. Like, this is loud. This is loud. It carries fantastic cargo. It has decent weapons, has decent protection, carries the biggest vehicles in the game for ground vehicles, has great living areas, so 9 out of 10 for sure. It's got more positives than negatives, so that's why you're only dropping a point. Otherwise, let me know what you think of this vehicle down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.